Okay, reapings everybody, welcome back to SeriousCreeper's Adventures in SevTech Ages. My god, these guys are noisy. We are currently in version 3.07. It came out the other day. I updated the server, tried it out a while, played a while, and everything seems good so far, which is, you know, always good. Let me turn on my headphones, it's so noisy. I'm just getting a bunch of wool here for string. So I want to make something. A couple of changes we should get over and talk about related to the pack update and to some things I have done. One thing, oh, 1 second, gotta do this. So, you know how I use a lot of moss stone and stuff throughout our base and everything? You can no longer craft these with vines. Why? Why is this a thing? I don't understand. That makes no sense. Because it, you know, was possible before. You can still make mossy white stone brick, but other than that, nope, can't do it. So I don't know if that's you can still make the mossy between stone brick. I don't know if this is like an oversight or something, because it seems really stupid to me. But it is what it is, right? So I had to make this hydrator instead. This is from cyclic, whatever. It's not too expensive, luckily. It's really not expensive. Can't look it up here, it looks like. Just type it in, hydrator. You know, not too bad. You do need moss stone first, though. If you can't find any, the Twilight Forest has a bunch of these, like on those wells and these houses. It's everywhere. And you just put in your blocks here, and it will slowly turn this into stone, mossy version. So it doesn't like use too much. So like I did a stack of this and I used this much water. It's like almost 2 buckets. So it's not like horrible, but it's also relatively fast. You can see just a very strange change in my opinion, but hey, it is what it is. Also, guys, we can make star metal the original way. This is how you're supposed to do it in Astral Sorcery, or by default, I should say. Maybe not supposed to, but you know what I mean. You just shine light on it and it turns into star metal eventually. So we need to get into that. I know I keep saying I want to do Astral Sorcery and I never do. I also made something fun. A yo-yo. Whee! Isn't that awesome? It's like a tinker's weapon now. I put on some quartz and stuff and a string so it gets like extension, so it like floats longer. And basically I just right click once, right? I'm letting go of my mouse right now, and it keeps floating like this. Does it show the length here? Yeah, 50 seconds. So for 50 seconds it will like stay out like this and follow me, and every time it hits an enemy it just like does damage, you know, over time. It's pretty neat. It's currently doing 13 damage, so it's not horrible. Just made one for fun, just to try it out really. Also, guess what, guys? Guess what? Where's it? Between stone brick? Mossy between stone brick? Hey, wait. Oh, it doesn't show. Hold on. Take a chisel. Put your stone brick in. Boo, baby. Look at this. We can now use chisel to convert between stone. And whose genius idea was it to report this? That's right. This guy. Anyway, that was a stupid thing. But yeah, we can do this now, which is great. So I don't need to like cook it up and craft it and all kinds of stuff. It's beautiful. I love it. All right, but a couple of things I want to make. I'm looking at my list to show you, to see what else I was talking about. Oh, one thing maybe to mention, you know this conversion one we made last episode? It now requires a diamond. Bit silly, considering something I just saw. I mean, I haven't tried it out yet, but it sounds like it would work the same. Exchange scepter replaces blocks with your inventory contents. Left click to change size. So, I don't know. I don't know why this got removed. The other ones are still in there. I guess we were lucky that we made this. And it says unfamiliar item, but because I have it already, I guess, I can use it. Like, I've used it a bit already since the update. And maybe let's go down here. Super quick change, nothing massive. I shifted this whole thing over by 1 block. So it's actually centered with this wall here. Sort of, because technically this is one further in, this is not. And I also plan on like making this bigger and move it probably in there. I think I'm going to take out this wall. Just have a room in there and then put this guy in there, and also try to automate this a little bit, but not right now. So something I've been trying to do is, after we made that nocturnal powder mob farm, I went into the hunting dimension and I built a different type of mob farm using this powder as well though. And the reason why I did it in a hunting dimension is because we can make this creeping moss here that modifies the biome you're in. So like you can see it says if you says wow, if you right click with this on the ground, it changes the chunk you're in into that biome, which is pretty good. So I'm gonna make a hell one so that we can get the nether monsters there, because one thing I want to do is kind of get a few wither skulls or these wither skull fragments. Where are they? There we go. I've spent some time in the nether in the fortress killing some. With these 9 of these you can also make wither skulls. Because I do want to get some nether stars so we can make, this is sword here, this guy, the immolation blade. It's actually really powerful, 16 damage, but from what I understand is this one kind of has like a beheading effect built in. So you should get more wither skulls with this sword. And there's also blazing one. I don't know if this is strong or something. It requires blaze rods instead of buckets of lava, so maybe we should make this one. But yeah, it does need 2 nether stars. We only have 3 skulls with the things we have here right now, so we could only get 1 nether star, because I don't think looting affects the wither bows. But so that's why I want to set up a mob farm over in the hunting dimension, so we can change it out. For example, if we want normal mobs again, we just switch back to plains. If we want more enderman, for example, we can set it to the end biome. And actually I wonder if it would drop shulker stuff. We can't use shulker boxes, so I guess not. So I'm just gonna make a couple more whoppers here. I could make normal hoppers, but I have so many like of these wooden things still left, and this is good enough for what I need to do. May as well use these guys up. And yes, it is nighttime again. I am again tired, but it's the only time I can play recently, so it's either playing tired and making mistakes maybe and talking like an idiot, because apparently I can't formulate words when I'm tired, or not playing at all. So I chose the first, you know. But let's go over to the... Oh, wait. No, before we go, there's something else I want to grab. I made a bunch of this soul glass. This kind of darkens things behind it, so you can kind of create like a dark room. It sounds like it doesn't cover it completely or darkens it completely, though, so... Still lets some light through, but it seemed to be enough for what I want. Okay, over in the hunting dimension, I expanded our little hut that we had here. In fact, I got rid of it. I made a dirt wall around the chunk we're in. So like everything inside the dirt wall is one single chunk. And then I built this mob farm. So yeah, it's not done yet, but I think I mentioned last time I had like a design in mind, and basically it was just like these corner pieces. I just really wanted to build these, so I made them here. But yeah, that's basically our mob farm right now. It has this glass, so it's like really difficult to see through. There are some issues with this mob farm. I have it run a few times already. It seemed to work pretty well, gotta say. I don't have any powder left, unfortunately. So up here is where we use the dispenser and stuff. But yeah, it seemed to work pretty well. If you go down here, this is where everything gets collected right now. This is what you get, and you get these fancy top hats. Good day there. Kind of clips through the wall though. Ceiling is a little bit low maybe. Also, my helmet is about to break. I probably should have tried to get unbreaking. But anyway, you can see you get like bear claws even. You get death compass, which is weird. That's not mine. And it doesn't point at anything. You can see it like spins like crazy. Got a 16 ender dust and so on. Kinds of things. Like some of these are my blocks, but yeah. So originally I had this saw like we've done last time. There was a saw here, but it's not good. It just isn't. It just didn't work so well. So I took it out again. Luckily now in this version, skeletons no longer ignore spike damage. So I have these things here, these spikes. Oops, I'm climbing all the way up there. So I'll just turn these off, because I do actually want to move these as well. But you can see we have these like spikes that we used at the beginning at the other mob farm, which worked pretty well. So now the issue I have with this mob farm is, however, that sometimes they are like little animals, like rats or what are they called? Wither cats maybe or something. These like spooky cats from these witches, and they kind of ignore these spikes. And I couldn't put them down here because we have vector plates here, so it's like the same block space. So I think we're gonna have to change this up a little bit, and I want to place these on the floor and just have a bunch of hoppers underneath that just like collect all the loot. So let me try to set this up. Okay, I just came back. I grabbed more of this powder, and I now put all these spikes down there. They're all active. Only downside right now is that there's no good way for me to manually kill things yet. It would be nice if we had like some half slabs here so I can punch through, but I guess it doesn't work right now. Because like if there's wither skeleton stuff, so I should probably try to, you know, kill them myself with my sword. But it's okay. So let's see, this also decreased this tick. Maybe not quite that slow, but it works pretty well because, well, you will see. Just turn this on. I don't know though if these spikes actually drop like player kills. But look at this. How many mobs it spawns. It's pretty good, isn't it? So let's turn this off quickly. How much dust does that use? That was only 4 dust. And I know we're covering the mob farm quite often recently, but it's just something that's really interests me right now. So yeah, we're doing that. That worked pretty well. There are these flying ones too. These weird green flying things that are a bit harder to kill, but yeah, that works. Things died. Even got another ender dust. Okay, so let's try to turn this into the hell biome. So I think I just right click here. This biome of the chunk has been set to Minecraft Ocean. That's fine. Because the hell is technically not a biome, it's a dimension. Oh yeah, we wouldn't see this in here anyway. So this should now be a hell biome. I believe if you have journey map, you can actually see the proper biome. Oh yeah, there's my water mill still from when I was using Better with Mods. So let's see, what do we get now? Yes! Is that a spider from the nether? It is. Magma slimes. Do we get wither skeletons though? Oh god, we get ghasts. Oh no. I guess they won't die, will they? Because I don't think they get... They're like they're not close enough to the floor. Well, we can fix this by just having a block in there that blocks its spawn. These guys make a nice sound though. But yeah, I just put down some dirt blocks there, so that should prevent gas from spawning, I believe. Works pretty well. Okay, let's see what we get from that. I don't know if any wither skeletons spawned though. It's gonna be hard to tell as well, isn't it? Soul beads. Forgot what that's for. Yeah, I don't know if they can spawn, because like usually wither skeletons can only spawn inside fortress biomes, I guess. And there's no like fortress one, right? No. Yeah, so I don't see any wither skeletons, unfortunately, so I guess they can't spawn. Well, if we want to farm, like there's one more thing I can think of is placing this system in a nether fortress and just have nocturnal powder there and see if we can spawn them in, because it just makes it a bit easier to farm them. Okay, but that's good to know. 27 ender dust though, so that's pretty good. But enough of that. It is nighttime. Let's focus on Astro Sorcery. We still want to make Collector Crystal, and we still want to make the next tier table, and for that we do need the Collector Crystal. So do we currently have any star signs that we know of in the sky? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, this is the... I think this is one... No, we don't have this one, do we? No, I don't think we do. I think it's something like this though, but I don't think we have this particular one yet. Yeah. Okay. So we don't have one currently this night. You know what? I've been trying to not make more constellations because it's such a strange, or it's such a like recipe. You know, you need 4 aquamarine, 2 crystals to make one, and of course charge the book. And then if we get this table, we can make them a bit cheaper. But at this point, it's just it would help us so much. I mean, we have a lot of crystals, right? So whatever, let's just go do it, because it would help us a lot if we have more constellations that we can just do more stuff at night. And actually, maybe while we wait for constellations, I should probably grow one of these to like the best stats we can get. It's gonna be tricky though, but at least that way, maybe, because I think if you use like a really good one for collector crystal, the collector crystal itself will be better too. So maybe something we should do. Yeah, we have a bunch of aquamarine too. So let me go head over to that creepy place and we just do this as well. Can we jump all the way over there? Not quite, but almost. So I'm just gonna go make a couple of these now. I think you can only get the early ones. And that probably doesn't make any sense. There's like, you know, a bunch of different constellations. I think there's only like 6 or something, or maybe more that you can get before you have to attune yourself. I'm not 100% sure though, so we shall just see how this goes. I'm going to do this a couple of times, get a few. By then it should be nighttime again, and then we can just try it again. Oops, nope. So while we're doing this, let's talk a little bit. Today, the 11th, well, technically the 10th when I was doing it. Oh, the Cydia. A new album of one of my favorite bands came out. Band is Seven Dust. They just released a new album. So I was pretty excited, man. So I just spent a couple of hours listening to their music, just sitting here, reading lyrics, enjoying their music. Just curious if you guys ever do that. If like there's a band you really like and they release a new album, do you ever just like, you know, sit there and listen to the album while not do anything? Or just in general, maybe like, I do that sometimes where at night, you know, I just sit there, I feel like really listening to music, and so that's all I do then. Vicio, pretty much. Just like spend a few hours, usually have the lyrics side open or something, because you know, I can listen to it, but sometimes in songs it's a bit hard to hear what they're saying, especially if if it's not your native language. Like with, you know, English is not my main language, so sometimes they say words I don't understand they're saying until I read what they're saying. And yeah, it's pretty fun. He sounds like a metal band too. The worst part about doing it this way is just the aquamarine pretty much. The rest is not bad, but the aquamarine, ugh. Just such a pain to get. Okay, so now it says there's nothing here. So I think we discovered all the ones we can discover before we have to attune ourselves. I don't have my book on me. I think I left it at home. I made like a bookshelf for once. All right, time to head back. Yeah, I made a bookshelf here. Just storing all the things we have. And there it is. Cool. So let's put these in there. So now at nighttime, we'll have a much higher chance that there's this constellation we can actually use. All right, it is getting nighttime. So let's see if we're lucky and get something new that we can actually learn. There's something. Yes, we can. So this one is pretty easy. I do remember this one too. Just connected to all these stars coming from this bit. There we go. So we got Vicio, and do we have any other ones? Sometimes there's several stars per night, but it looks like this is the only one we can see so far. Cool. And so let's look at this here. Vicio. Faint rays of constellation make everything feel slower while seeming to make you faster in whatever you want to do. Then we have the refraction table, which we haven't looked into. Ritual of fact, we haven't looked into either. Okay, so that means we can now attune something. So let's get the Vicio one. Haha, this is going to be good. I don't know. So the thing is, when you attune yourself, you get abilities. It is similar to like something like Skyrim. You'll see. I don't know which effect you get from Vicio though, so we shall see, I guess. But now if I hold this paper in my hand, does it have to be in the offhand? Nope, just any hand. You can see these blue sparks everywhere, right? This is where we want to put our relay thingies. So everywhere on these fields where there's blue lights, sometimes a little bit difficult to see maybe, but should be okay. There we go. And it basically, I think it recreates the, yeah, this symbol, the star symbol. So there's one here too. And now that it's done, there you go. Oh, we don't need the lenses. We connected it now, you can see the pattern. It looks so pretty. And we can go attune ourselves. Really? Gotta cheat sometimes, right? Here we go. It looks so fancy. A little bit stuttery right now with the game and such. But that's okay. Takes a while. The cow wants to be attuned too, it seems like. Actually, I wonder if it can be, or if it just accepts players. Okay, nice leaf shot there. But yeah, we are imbuing ourselves now with starlight. I tried to check the book under attunement or something to see if it shows which star gives you what ability, but I couldn't find it. Maybe I'm just blind, or it's in a different category, but yeah. There we go. We have attuned ourselves. You memorized the drawing of octants. That is from the paper we had earlier, right? We made that last constellation paper that said there's nothing to learn here. Well, it was one of the newer constellations that we couldn't make before until we were attuned. So now that we had this in our hand, we also learned this, which is great. Cool. So now we are attuned. So if we open up the book, we can see now the perks tab here. And there it is. So this is for the VCO one. And it kind of told you a little bit, right, what it does. It says everything you do seems faster. So we can see now hasted, for example, grants increased movement speed. That is unlocked by just having it at level 0. Just click on it and you get it. And up here you can see your current level. And you see this filling up. This is, I think, your XP. And this is why I'm saying this is a bit like Skyrim. You basically use your skills, the one you learned, or perks. So in our case, I guess because this is just movement speed, we're just supposed to be moving. And it looks like we have haste the whole time or something. Yeah, I do definitely move faster, I think. And does this go up faster? I think like the more I move, the more this goes up and stuff. So like if you like use the abilities you have, from what I understand, is it increases the I guess expertise of it. And then once this reaches the top, we can then also unlock multiple things. So the next one is fin, so I guess increased swimming, reduced overall need for food, protects against lava for a short time, stepping up a single block, so step assist, which we already have, places light sources close to you in caves. So really cool perks, and then yeah, every star gives you like something different. For example, I believe Amara. Do we have Amara? We don't have it yet. This one I think is like defense, and also looks like a shield, I guess. So that's kind of an indication of what it would give you. Okay, but now we also need to tune these crystals. Now, this is not an amazing crystal, but we can use this as a test example. I believe all we do is right-click this, right? Or do we just toss it on there? We just toss it on there. And that now attunes the crystal to this star. I think for the celestial crystal collector, whatever it's called, it's not too important what it is aligned to. If I'm not quite sure, but it sounds like I think you get more starlight though, or they're a little bit stronger if that particular constellation is up in the sky. But I'm not 100% sure. So now this is a attuned crystal, and it says tuned to VCO. Nice. So we should be able to. Actually, we need a second one before it becomes too bright again. Yeah, one of them is going to be for crafting. One of them is going to be for a collector crystal. Which one would be better for collector? Maybe this has more purity. I'm kind of wondering if you can grow these still. Or, oops, if now that they're attuned, can they no longer grow? It looks like it could. We're gonna give it a shot. It might reset the attunement, I'm not sure. But I want to see if we can increase the size and stuff still. We probably can't like split it to get 2 attuned ones. Not sure though. But anyway, so this is attuned now too. So this should be good. Yes, we can get the next table, guys. Here we go. And look, now this is cool, man. I don't know if that has always been in this mod. I feel like maybe that hasn't been in like earlier versions, but it looks like the more complex or valuable the item is you craft, the more particles and effects you see, which is great. Because we didn't see that swirl before, I don't think, and there wasn't as many particles there. Oh, that looks so cool. You look so cool, table. You look really cool. Okay, there's no advancement for this, right? I'm just double checking. I don't need to break this or anything. No, cool. This is amazing. Okay, so now this thing, from what I've seen in some of these spotlights, especially the one from Mischief of Mice, he always makes good spotlights, doesn't he? There's like 2 ways to craft with this. One is we need more relays. Relays? I say the word weird. Now we don't have a lot, so I'm just gonna put these here for now. And if you look up iridescent table, for example, or actually better, let's look up the constellation papers. If we wanted to make this, you can see we have these items in the center, but there's also like 4 items around the table. And this is where you put these into. You put these into these relays that have to be near this table. Oh yeah, and it comes with a little crystal as well. Nice. So yeah, that's how you kind of provide then which is great. Now, can we make any of these right now? Because I think each has a different recipe. No, they're all the same. Okay. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because you always get one you don't have yet, which is such a cool system. To be honest, we don't. Okay, but we also want, it's probably going to be not enough starlight now, but we also want the collector crystal. So for that, we need 4 more resonating ones, bit of stardust, which we also can make with crushed quartz now, which is cool. And then an attuned crystal as well. Cool. All right, it is once again nighttime. Time to check for more star constellations. Anything tonight that we can see? Yes. Okay. So that is this one. This one we had from the beginning. No, this is the one I tried to do a few times. There we go. The Cydia. Cool. Now there's going to be other star symbols that are like too far away for us to see. All the fancy ones that we get now from tuning ourselves. So we also have to make a better telescope to actually see them. For that we need this guy, the telescope. So it's the looking glass, 2 gold sticks and sticks? Yeah, and planks. Or 1 plank, was it? Yes. Okay, let's go do this super quickly. Just so we can see if there's anything else. What was I doing here? Oh, I was trying to make the collector crystal, I believe. So that's something we should do. Did I mess this up? Yeah, it's like this, right? Nope. There's something else in between. What was it? Oh, okay, it's completely wrong. Well, not completely, but it's wrong. Okay, let's go get this stuff. Okay, there's our telescope, and I'm just going to put this up here for now. Kind of makes sense, but I guess it's a bit difficult to stand up here. Now, these are a bit more difficult. It's these big blinking ones that are currently the ones we can use. So we can see like a couple here. There's like 2, 2, 2. And I think that's it. So do we have anything that looks like that? Could it be this? No, Octans looks different. Oh, there's one up here too. I don't think that's one we have. So let's click to the side. It works a little bit different. So like you rotate this one. Let's see what this is. I don't think there's anything here. I don't see any big stars blinking. That one we have. There's some big stars. 3 there, there, there. Oh, is this a Mara maybe? Don't think we have that one yet. Okay, I think this one we have. Was it like this? No, that's like the last one we just got here. This guy. Oh, it connects back there. Okay. So this one we can get. There we go. Octans. And then again, every time you unlock it, you know, you can check what they would give you for your ritual and stuff, which we haven't done yet. But also just the description. This one is reflecting this constellation's light onto water makes it bubble strangely, and it seems to be more lively than usual. Not sure. Cool. But let's see if we can make the collector crystal, like I said. So just need a few more things. I did make more stardust too, using the quartz method, which is great. So we have a little bit more. There's so many cool things we can make now and I want to make. I don't know if we have enough resources and or time today to do this all, but eventually. Okay, then we need our attuned crystal, which is this guy. Are you still attuned? Yes. So I grew this a little bit. It's not amazing. Ideally, you want to do this with the perfect crystal, but I just want to try this out. We can always move these guys. These you can break and then put somewhere else again if you want to. And well, let's actually make one. It's going to look like this guy up there pretty much. Okay, there it is. Giant crystal. Cool. So we can put this down like this and it's going to glow. And now with this one, we can shine it onto things. If we take our linking tool, for example, up here, we can like click this once, click another block, and then it will shine the beam onto it. After a couple of seconds, you should see the beam show up. Maybe not. Let's try it over here. It might be because there's something in the way. There we go. See, light beam. And with this, you can do these transformations and stuff. So let's break this. Should be fine. I don't know if it gets damaged. Now we can increase its strength too by building like a structure here, which is what I'm trying to build right now. I think it's in the constellation tab. Enhanced collector crystal. So we have to create this little structure here. I think it's like this, and then is there? That's a different one. That's this guy. top of here. That should be it. And then we need to fill this with starlight. So come with me, starlight bucket barrel. And I don't think it uses up the starlight in here. It just needs it to like be, oops, the proper structure. So it should be exactly 8. And was that it? Yeah, so that's that. And then I think you put it 1 block higher. So like leave an air block and then put the crystal on top. So here, break this and it should see particles. Yeah, you can see the particles coming out of the pool. So now this is like a stronger version of what we just had. And so what we could do now, if we make, for example, this lens here, which we should make next, that just needs any crystal, or maybe it needs to be attuned. I think it's just any crystal. So a piece of gold, 2 wood was it? I'll make more of these. Oh, it's 2 logs. Do we have logs? Yes. I'll make more of these eventually, because we'll need a bunch of them. But for now, because I'm not sure how much longer nighttime is, and 2 more of those. I want to do this quickly. That's the issue with Astro Sorcery. See, it's already getting daytime. That it always takes, like you have to do that night. So I kind of really want to get into Blood Magic Tier 3 because there's a ritual to make it nighttime. And that just would work so well together with this mod. Okay, let's get this. Also, we could like shine this beam onto this table to get more starlight as well. I don't know what the range is, if this would work or if this is too far away. And I may have to move some of these things around and start to like properly build this soon. Because it's so messy right now. Let's see, is this actually possible? Right now starlight is like pretty low, right? Can we like link it that far? Oh hey, look at this. It's like a little flare. I don't think they do anything. Oh, that's the wrong wand. Is this too far away? Nope. Oh my goodness. Who needs nighttime, huh? That is crazy. I mean, it's going down still because it is getting daytime. And then I think to unlink, you shift right click maybe? Yeah, unlinked all links. Okay. I think you can do 1 at a time, maybe 2. I'm not sure. But what we can do now is take this lens, for example, put it down. Let's just put it down here for now. And take this iron ore we had, right? And then we link our crystal, oops, onto this thing. And every time you link something like this, you have to deselect your item. You can see stop linking and then select again. Because if I would try to like click this again and then here, it would just like try to link this beam to this again. Like it always links, like the first click is always the thing you want to link and any click afterwards is what you want to link it to. So you would just like change the beam. But anyway, so now we link this onto this block. It rotates, you can see, and there we go. And now you see white particles. And after a little while, boom, we got star metal. Sweet. Isn't that cool? Much easier way to do this. And from what I know, how's this guy doing? Can I pick you up by any chance? That'd be amazing. Like with carry on? Nah, I don't think you can. What if I go further down? Nah, it's unfortunate. Okay, but let's grab this guy. And I guess, do we have like a really good one? Maybe this. So I'm just going to build like a temporary thing around here. And I'm going to grow another of these crystals. There we go. And because this guy is now on star metal ore, it actually grows faster. You can also see these blue particles. I don't think you see them usually. And it does consume the star metal. See, it turned it back into iron ore. But now, because, you know, it keeps shining onto there, it turns it into star metal again. And it just keeps doing it like this. And it will make this grow quicker. I believe you can also make these grow quicker by shining this guy directly onto this. I don't know which one is more efficient though. If this way is more efficient or if shining this guy directly onto this is more efficient. I'm not entirely sure. So I'm just going to like shine this up there as well. It will of course... oh no, it doesn't interrupt this. Oh, interesting. Hold on. It accidentally... There we go. Unlink this beam. Ah, so you can shine it on both. I thought you need like a prism to split the beam. You can use like these prisms to split beams. But I guess you don't need to do this. You can actually link multiple locations with this. But this one splits the strength. So like this guy only gets half its power now and this guy gets half its power. But hey, so like we have the one beam directly going onto it and we have the star metal supporting this as well. So this should grow relatively quickly, hopefully. So this is something we can set up later somewhere, like a dedicated location. Yeah, it's already grew into the next stage, where we can just have several of these ores placed somewhere and then just keep growing these guys. But I think that's all the time we have for today. I think next time we're gonna try to get the Mantle of the Stars, for example. It's like a armor piece from Astral Sorcery, and it gives you like an Elytra effect if you attune it to the right thing. We're gonna get all the other constellations and probably some of the gadgets we can now unlock with the new iridescent table over there. So that should be fun, and who knows what else we'll do. But yeah, glad we finally make some more progress. I definitely need to start building up here. I'm not 100% sure yet what I want to do, but I'll figure it out. It's a bit difficult to lay out. There aren't too many more structures though that we need. There's a couple, and yeah, I don't know. I might just create some sort of like wall around this place and then decorate this inside or something. Probably not go too crazy because I still have a base downstairs I need to work on. So I'd rather spend time there and just make something up here that's like, you know, it looks okay. It's good enough, but we shall see. But thank you so much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy this episode, don't forget to leave a like. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye.